name is Abdul Latif Ismail. I'm the head of the Sudan Social Democratic Party. I think this is the first time the whole Sudanese political party and the movement and civil society organization they come together and they sign the constitutional that is which can create a new Sudan, a new basis, which we're looking forward to end the suffering of the people and the continuation of the war since the independence up to now. And also this is the first time that all these political forces to agree on the secular state that separate religion and the state. That also we want to end discrimination and also want to set the government that will provide the services to the people, and also all the people to be involved and to be participate in decision making on the regional level and up to the state level. Also, it is also very important that because also it's the first time that very different political parties and to come to agree on the political chapter and the constitution, and also that to create the government that will lead to end the war in Sudan, and also to end the suffering of the people. And also we're looking forward that to the regional actors, regional countries to support our mission to end the war. And also we want that Sudan to have a peace and to be the one of the regional actor and international, and to play the good role in the international arena. Because the people that suffers too much. We have now 2 years no education in the 70% of the country. There's no health service. There's no police. There's no judicial system. And then we want to end all this. Also the discrimination, which is become the part of Sudan. I think the independent, even the Sudan, South Sudan is separate from Sudan because of this issue. We want to end the marginalization, and also we want to end the era that because the center they adopt the policies of the divide to rule, which is that lead to the war, continuous war. And I think it is very important time that all these forces they come together and they agree in the political chapter and the constitution. And also we thank the government of Kenya and the Kenyan people for always with the Sudanese people supporting them. Very long history. Kenya is playing a very good role. We thank them always receiving us, receiving our refugees, giving us a space to do the dialogue. And I think it is the first time that we feel that this will put the end to the war in Sudan.
Yeah, and what is your recommendation when it comes to repairing the damages the war has already caused in Sudan?
Well, the damages caused in Sudan, if the war is stopped, then everything will be all right. If the war is not stopped, then the damage will continue.
Yeah.
And the most important is to stop the war first. Yeah.
So this is not the first time we are seeing like Sudan is saying to have a civilized government with a civilian president. Yeah, we tried last time and also broke up back into a war that is now we are trying to solve. Yeah, what is different from the last charter that was signed that led to a civilian government that later led to a coup?
Okay, because this is different because this time we have the army movement, which are supporting to have a civil government, and they are ready to protect the civilian government, and they're with us, and they sign the declaration, political declaration, and also they sign the constitution. That is a guarantee that the Sudan it will go to the civilian rule and to end the dictatorship.
And do you think there is any foreign implication that is causing your war?
Yeah, there's a foreign implication, especially Egypt, because she's been historical he's colonized Sudan before, and always his interest Sudan to be weak, and always he's not supporting the democratic government. He always is supporting the dictator or the military government that he can be controlled, and then he can benefit from the interest, his own interests. And we want to put the end of that.
So the last time we had issues of some groups being marginalized in the transitional by the South Sudan Alliance, and the women were complaining in the last meeting. So how will you ensure this inclusivity to all marginalized areas? How will you ensure that?
No, the most of the people who come together, all these political forces and the civil societies, all of them, they are from marginalized area, from south to the east, to the west, to the far north, to the center. All of them, they come and they agree there's no place in Sudan for marginalization. This is the people who have been suffered for so long and been marginalized for so long, and then they come to end that period.
Part of the charter, I think it's number 7 or something, it says that Sudan is ready to conform with the international laws and international justice. Yeah? Does this mean that you are going to see some people being prosecuted in international courts for some of the atrocities that happened in Sudan?
Yeah, all we agree that everybody commits a crime, he must face justice, and that is because we respect the human rights. We want to Sudan to want to stop that the people who are committing crime and then they are not being charged. We want that to end that kind of chapter. We want to close that kind of chapter. Then we fully agree with human rights, international human rights convention, and also African Convention on People on Human Rights as well, and we respect that very much. That's why we put that in our constitution and also in the political chapter.
Yeah, so we are going to see people who are requested by the ICC and the ICC demanded. We are going to give them to the
Yes.
Definitely. Thank you so much. What is your now call for action as we come to a conclusion?
Sorry?
Your call for action.
No, now we are going just to. Yesterday we signed the constitution, and now we are going to form the government, which will be announced in South Sudan. It will not be in exile. Yeah.
So we are going to have elections very soon?
No, we want first to stop the war because we have a war. Our people, they are displaced. The people, they are refugees. We have more than 12 million people who have been displaced, refugees or either internal displaced people. And then there's no war. You cannot make an election unless you stop the war. Yeah.
So after this agreement, what's the first thing you're going to do when you are there?
The first thing we're going to do, first to create a government, to open our border to the humanitarian issue, to provide the services for the people, to look how we can restore the education and the health services, and also how we can restore also the police and the judiciary system that can be in place, we can have a functioning government. Yeah.
How do you plan to oppose? How do you plan to engage opposing factions like the Sudanese armed forces?
Well, we are open, and we are open for the discussion. Whatever who agree that to come to the table to stop the war, we are ready for that. Yeah.
Thank you.